So recently I had a question that someone wanted to know, is it okay to do keto and intermittent fasting if you have a heart condition, okay? And this is a big fat yes. In fact, you're going to get a heart condition if you don't do keto and intermittent fasting. If you do the typical high carbs, you're going to get a heart problem. Let's talk about why. Because in the chain of events that occurs before you get a buildup of cholesterol, there's always damage to the epithelial lining on the inside of the arteries, okay? And what damages that is high blood sugar and high insulin, okay? So those two things will damage the wall. The cholesterol comes in as a band-aid, same thing with the calcium and the protein fibrin. It comes in there to help heal it. So it's not the bad guy, it's just there to heal it. And of course, the person, because they're consuming too many carbohydrates, they're going to have high cholesterol because those turn into sugar, and then sugar is converted to high cholesterol, okay? But that's okay because you can take a drug for that and lower it. It's called a statin. But the problem with statins is it causes insulin resistance and more insulin, so it keeps feeding itself. But then what happens, the arteries get stiff and the calcium builds up, and then of course you don't have the elasticity, so there goes the blood pressure. So now we have high blood pressure, okay? But that's okay, we have a diuretic we can put you on. Well, the problem with the diuretics is they deplete potassium. Also, they will increase insulin and cause insulin resistance as well. So it feeds itself as well. And if you don't have enough potassium, it's going to be really hard to fix this blood sugar problem because people with high blood sugars and insulin resistance always have a potassium deficiency in the first place. And by taking potassium, you can actually improve that condition and stabilize the blood sugars a lot better. And the blood sugar and insulin problem will also cause high blood pressure because it's going to harden the arteries, make the arteries very inelastic, so there's no expansion. But no problem because we can put you in a diuretic, okay, to reduce the blood volume, and the pressure should come down because it increases your risk for insulin resistance. So therefore causing more insulin and propelling the problem further, and also creates a deficiency of potassium, which you need to actually fix insulin resistance, okay? And if it's going to pull up potassium, guess what? You're going to retain salt. So there goes the pressure as well. Now, if you have arrhythmias, for example, that's usually a potassium or a magnesium or an electrolyte deficiency. And of course, if you have a heart problem, you usually have insulin resistance, which means you can't absorb potassium that well. Okay, that's one of the functions of insulin, is to help you absorb these minerals. And this complicates and worsens this problem right here. So you can see that being on a keto, a healthy keto diet with a lot of vegetables, it's very important, and intermittent fasting that can drop insulin and help heal it. The combination is very powerful to heal the situation, so you can eventually come off of these with the help of your doc, okay? All right, thanks for watching. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.